Good, happy Thursday morning, April 23rd, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Thursday morning edition of Good Morning, New Hampshire. Hopefully you're all having a great Thursday morning, everyone. Rise and shine. Let's get this Thursday off to a good start. We have a little bit of everything for you in this program of Good Morning, New Hampshire. So grab your cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy this edition of Good Morning, New Hampshire. First up, we're going to begin with the local news. First up, 6 more deaths linked to COVID-19 announced in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9. Also, number is most announced in one day in state.
These are truly challenging times, but New Hampshire companies are here and open for business. Mid-States Health.
What these numbers reflect is the fact that we are going out and we're doing more testing.
As the state announces its largest one-day total of recorded COVID-19 cases, state epidemiologist Dr. Benjamin Chan insists there is no active surge of coronavirus in New Hampshire.
40 to 45% of them actually are related to outbreaks at our congregate living facilities where we have proactively gone in and tested everybody potentially affected there.
Among the 99 new cases, 23 individuals are under the age of 18. DHHS says many of those people were infected in an outbreak at a disability care facility for youth.
Those who are of an older age or with multiple chronic medical conditions are more susceptible to severe infections with COVID-19. But we know certainly that younger individuals, children, teenagers can be infected. And I think some of the numbers today demonstrate that.
Sadly, 6 more individuals passed away, bringing the state's death toll to 48. Chan says 4 out of the 6 were associated with long-term care facilities. To stay ahead of the curve, testing has ramped up among that population.
The numbers are going to likely increase like we're seeing today, but we don't believe that represents necessarily a surge in the transmission in our communities.
And Dr. Chan stresses that the primary way to combat the spread of coronavirus is social distancing. Once these numbers come down, health officials say we can begin to reopen things in society.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Now let's take a look at your COVID-19 information, what you need to know in New Hampshire. And here is a look at the COVID-19 in New Hampshire, what you need to know. There are 1,588 number of people in New Hampshire who have tested positive for COVID-19. 840,340 number of people in the United States who have tested positive. 48 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 213 number of people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 46,560 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. This map of New Hampshire shows you where the cases of COVID-19 are in towns and cities of New Hampshire. In Raymond, 10 to 19 cases of COVID-19. This chart here, new cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases in the orange, new hospitalizations, and in the red are the deaths. In this chart here, age groups, cases by age groups, cases by female and male, and risk factor information. Your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, and difficult breathing. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into national news. In national news, wildlife appearing to thrive during pandemic. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
With Americans staying home on Earth Day, wildlife in unexpected places. A coyote walking in the shadow of the Golden Gate Bridge, just one of the remarkable images during this pandemic. The black bears in Yellowstone National Park. The rangers there saying sightings have increased since they closed.
Now that there are no people, the bears are literally just walking down the road to get to where they need to go, which is kind of cool to see.
Scientists say it is a difficult time for all of us, but it also makes you think about the animals and the planet too.
We have been taking habitat from these animals. It might cause a sort of increased awareness of the natural beauty that's right around us.
The images from all over the world, in Milan before the lockdown and after, the smog lifting from the sky, mountains visible in the distance. New Delhi skyline too, before and after, the blue sky visible. And from the ground there, then and now, India's air quality improving dramatically during this time. It's not a surprise, but scientists say it is a stark reminder of the toll of pollution. And tonight, on a Nat Geo special, our Ginger Z with the black bear cubs in northern Minnesota.
Look how sweet.
And Robin Roberts with the stories of people from all over the world working to save wildlife.
Oh, cute little thing, huh?
Including actor and Australian native Chris Hemsworth, who months ago met with a group rescuing the koalas after the wildfires there.
Oh, you got the knack. Maybe you can be a carer.
I've already applied for a position.
Robin Special, 8 p.m. on Nat Geo. Good night.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Coronavirus updates for the rest of the world. American Red Cross will soon use antibody tests to ID plasma donors, a potential game changer in the treatment for severely ill COVID-19 patients. Today's biggest developments: global cases surpass 2.6 million. U.S. death toll at 46,785 deaths. American Red Cross will soon use antibody tests to ID plasma donors. Germany is on the thinnest ice, Angela Merkel warns. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into business news. In business news, U.S. stock futures pause as investors designate oil turbulence and await job claims. U.S. stock futures were nearly flat in early morning trade Thursday as investors took a breather after the turbulence of the prior three regular sessions. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into weather and traffic. We're going to begin with the weather first. Your weather right now is sunny, 32 degrees. For today, plentiful sunshine, high 53 degrees. Winds west at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And now let's take a look at the traffic. And here's a look at your traffic for this Thursday morning. In Henniker, you're seeing smooth sailing with some medium and slow-paced traffic. Hopkinton, smooth sailing. Bow, Pembroke, Concord, all smooth sailing. Chichester, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Epsom, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Northwood, smooth sailing with a little spot of medium-paced traffic. Lee, smooth sailing with a little spot of medium-paced traffic. Durham, smooth sailing with some slow-paced traffic. Rochester, smooth sailing. Somersworth, smooth sailing. Dover, smooth sailing into Portsmouth. Maine, all smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. Rye, smooth sailing. Northampton, smooth sailing. Hampton, smooth sailing. Seabrook, smooth sailing into the border of Massachusetts. 101, all smooth sailing on 101. Around Manchester and Hooksett area, all smooth sailing. Around the Manchester airport, some construction and some smooth sailing. Bedford, smooth sailing with some slow-paced traffic. Amherst, smooth sailing. And Milford, smooth sailing. Merrimack, smooth sailing. Nashua, smooth sailing with a little spot of slow-paced traffic and construction into the border of Massachusetts. Milford and Nashua, smooth sailing with some medium-paced traffic. In Manchester, Derry, Windham, Salem into the border of Massachusetts, smooth sailing. But we have a flow, several delays of 10 minutes, and delays increasing on I-93 Allen B. Shepherd Jr. Highway, southbound between I-293 and I-93 Allen B. Shepherd Jr. Highway. Average speed is 10 miles per hour. And that is a look at your traffic this morning. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into New Hampshire Life segment. In your New Hampshire Life segment today, local teens collect devices to connect COVID-19 patients with family and friends. Helped supply hospitals in 3 states already. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
These are truly challenging times, but New Hampshire companies are here and open for business.
One thing the coronavirus is teaching us all is how much we value having a safe place to stay and be with our loved ones. If your safe haven is ready for a new roof, call Queen City Roofing for a no-obligation free estimate. We are a certified Master Elite roofing contractor. Protect your home with a new roof from Queen City Roofing. Call us today or visit us at queencityroofingnh.com.
We're stronger when we stand together. Help keep New Hampshire businesses and our communities strong.
Really, essentially all we did was kind of say, hey, donate devices and we'll get them to wherever they need to go.
Kaya Sooner posted the idea on Facebook. Collect iPads and iPhones so COVID-19 patients in the hospital can communicate with their loved ones. When the response was overwhelming, he teamed up with his former classmate Christopher from New Hampton School.
Just knowing that it might give someone a chance to say goodbye is sort of what drives all of us.
They launched covidconnectors.org. The website guides you through clearing and sending in Apple devices. First, they filled the need at Rhode Island hospitals.
We are emergency physicians,
Passionate about connecting our patients to their loved ones.
so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for donating.
Now they're helping Catholic Medical Center in Manchester provide 250 needed devices, along with Brigham Health in Massachusetts. Kaya feels a strong pull to pitch in. His parents are both doctors.
How inspired are you by your own parents, both ER doctors?
It's a pretty big motivator to have my parents working on the front lines, whether it's just someone celebrating a birthday with their family, someone, getting read their last rites, or someone saying goodbye to their family members.
I can't imagine if one of my relatives was in the hospital and not being able to talk to them.
They hope soon their efforts are not needed, but until then, they'll keep collecting and connecting. Jean Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Great story there. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into a book segment, the book club segment. And let's take a look at what the book is.
Our April book club pick, Una, Out of Order. It's the perfect time to dive into this really, really great read.
It certainly is. It's the ultimate escape that will have you leaping in and out of different decades, but the book also leaves readers appreciating living in the moment. Sarah Haynes spoke with the author.
You're stuck in the house, I know, like me right now. So for all you readers out there, if you're looking for the perfect book, Here it is. It's Una.
Readers agree, Una Out of Order is the perfect escape we could all use right now.
Una will take you wherever you need to go, whether it's the 80s, the 90s, or well beyond.
It's a wild ride that all starts in 1982 when suddenly, at the stroke of midnight on her 19th birthday, Una Lockhart wakes up in 2015 in her 51-year-old body.
She learns that with every passing year, she is going to leap into her body at a different age. So she's basically living her adult life out of order.
The unique concept, something author Margarita Montemore says hit close to home.
I have these moments, like, how could I be almost 40 when I still wake up feeling like I'm a teenager some days? Got me thinking, like, well, what if there was a story where a woman felt like that because she really was a different age on the inside and outside?
I love that because I don't know of any human that doesn't feel that their chronological age does not match up with their emotional, mental, spiritual age. How did you write this? Did you write it even in order?
Honestly, I had a chronological timeline just of what would happen to her year to year. A lot of it was pretty much writing by the seat of my pants.
Margarita says she hopes Una's message of gratitude will sit with readers well beyond the last page. Forces an appreciation for every year. There's a presence of mind that takes nothing for granted, and I found myself as a reader stopping to realize what I would hold on to, what I'd want to go back to if I lived that way. There was a presence of the now, which I found so profound, weaved through the entire thing.
And that was something that really came about organically. It's a lesson that I actually learned writing the book, and it actually really made me much more at peace with turning 40 and just the way that I look at aging and being nostalgic or planning for a future, hoping for, that better tomorrow. But meanwhile, the only thing we have is this moment. We have to believe that our best days can still be ahead of us.
For Good Morning America, Sarah Haynes, ABC News, New York.
Thank you for that, Sarah Haynes. And Una Out of Order is available now.
Well, hey there, G.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into entertainment news. In entertainment news, Prince Harry's text to Meghan Markle's father revealed. Let's take a listen to that video from Entertainment Tonight.
Harry's private text to Meghan Markle's father revealed as the Duchess case against the Mail on Sunday heats up.
There really was no other option.
Meghan Markle is suing the Mail on Sunday for breach of copyright over a letter that she sent to Thomas Markle, which the newspaper published. Now, this case is going to go ahead on Friday. It is going to be conducted via video link.
What's more, Meghan's UK lawyers have released court documents which reveal shocking new details about her relationship with her estranged father, Thomas Markle, who has said he tried to reach out prior to Meghan and Harry's May 2018 wedding.
We've heard from Thomas through that letter and interviews with the Mail on Sunday and other publications that he tried to reach out to Meghan and his calls and texts went unanswered. But here are new text messages from Meghan and Harry, clearly reaching out to Thomas at this time.
One text dated May 14th, 2018. It reads, quote, "Tom, it's Harry, and I'm going to call you right now. Please pick up. Thank you." According to court docs, Harry sent this text 5 days before the couple's wedding, around the time when Thomas was accused of working with the paparazzi. In a second text that same day, Harry writes in part, quote, "If you love Meg and want to make it right, please call me. Meg and I are not angry. We just need to speak with you. Thanks." According to the docs, Harry texts a third time on the 14th, writing, quote, "Oh, any speaking to the press will backfire. Trust me, Tom. Only we can help you, as we have been trying from day one."
These are text messages sent from her and Prince Harry to Thomas at the time of the royal wedding, when Thomas said that he wasn't able to come. He'd suffered a heart attack.
And according to the newly filed court documents, Meghan first learned of her father's health setback from TMZ's coverage. The documents also claim that the Duchess continued reaching out to her father in the days leading up to her wedding, expressing concern about his, quote, health and safety.
So we're seeing a different narrative emerge here.
I'll not be bullied into playing a game that killed my mum.
What's more, Harry and Meghan just announced they're cutting ties with 4 British tabloids.
Well, the world is engaged in a fight against COVID-19. Meghan and Harry are engaged in a fight against the British press. Meghan and Harry have made it very clear that they feel the coverage in these titles, which include The Sun, The Mirror, The Daily Mail, and The Daily Express, has been unfair, untrue, and inaccurate. And as a result of that, they have said they will not be engaging on any level with these publications.
But some are calling their decision censorship.
There has, as you might expect, been quite a backlash. You know, we've seen President Trump refuse to engage with certain media outlets. Now we're seeing the Sussexes really take similar measures. Some people see that as censorship. For the Sussexes, it's a matter of choice.
I will always protect my family, and now I have a family to protect.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at your famous birthdays today and see which celebrities are celebrating a birthday today. And happy birthday to all of these celebrities for today. We hope they have a wonderful birthday and a wonderful day. And thank you for watching this Thursday morning edition of Good Morning New Hampshire. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here next time for another edition of Good Morning New Hampshire. Goodbye, everyone.